Hi there, Maurice Trammell here from NoLostHope.com, bringing you another impressive rant. Today's subject, Collapse of the Western Empire, Part 1. We are beginning to have a profound awareness of the damage done to this planet in the name of progress and greed. We humans do not need all the toys various corporations are bringing to the market, but these do keep the world economies going, and we are congratulated when making purchases, because that demonstrates our support for the system which surrounds us. The liars and cheats at the top of the economic pyramid, they like it this way. This whole system is based on production and consumption of products we don't need, and it is about to collapse. This is the thesis of this article, and this is about to happen right before our very eyes. Country after country is about to go bankrupt. The world's economic and financial systems are teetering. The whole arrangement is about to come tumbling down and will make 1929 look like a hiccup on the economic picture of modern times. The giant corporations and the elites that are their masters are failing at every venue where they operate. They have colluded with world governments and religions to control this aspect of our lives, and they have destabilized the world as a result. Greed run amok, pure and simple. These are sad times for Mother Earth and for our species. Our human brothers and sisters are suffering at the hands of corporate dictators, one as bad as the next. They have delivered to us a long line of failures dating back to the beginning of modern times, as launched by the Industrial Revolution. Their most recent colossal abuse has been the murder, yes, the murder of the Gulf of Mexico by BP's spill of millions of barrels of oil treated with toxic chemicals like core exit to keep the oil at the bottom of the Gulf where it cannot be measured. This patch being sanctioned by the government of the United States, sadly. These are the final days of Atlantis all over again, with the powers that be trying to control the levers of our financial institutions, the banks, and their government counterparts. There is no semblance of sanity in all the actions being taken at this time. Right now, it is feeble patchwork for all the holes in the systems that are coming up. Meanwhile, the patches fail, the holes get bigger, and before the next one can be plugged, there are 3 more forming before our very eyes. WikiLeaks, among other sources, has shown us how tenuous our times are. This is a collapse of major proportions that the world is facing. This is the climax to decades and centuries of untruth. This will be the world's most colossal failure with global implications. No country, no continent, no region of the world will be left unaffected. This is how Mother Earth turns when its human governing bodies are disconnected from source and only informed by their sick little egos, which are frightened of everything and believe that safety comes from the business end of some weapon. We of the ethereal realms are also at our wits' end in view of this fast approaching calamity. We have nowhere to turn either, for the moment. The world systems are about to collapse before our very eyes as well. The Earth's and your only hope is to move toward the higher dimensions of consciousness and reconnect with your God nature. At this point, it is impossible to keep the human systems afloat, to keep up the pretense of solid economic times and the rewards of personal achievement as measured by the monetary systems currently in practice. It is becoming more and more of a hard sell every day to the world's populations, whose only appeasement used to be spending at the behest of their corporate and governmental masters. They are the liars and cheats that are already being exposed for their wrongdoings, which they did to keep up their illusory reality. WikiLeaks turns out to be a godsend in this measure, because all those dirty little secrets we were too fragile to know about are being exposed as we speak. This picture is depressing, isn't it? It is also heart-wrenching and demoralizing. In the aftermath of the ascension that is now upon us, these issues will become moot. So what is ahead? After the Earth's ascension into the 5th dimension towards the end of 2012 and early 2013, along with all her inhabitants who are willing and committed participants, there will be no more banks. There will be no more top-down management of our daily affairs, and there will be no more military exploits which only bring chagrin to everyone. Modern man has been busy destroying the very nest in which he and she lives, and has abused the sacred mother that exists to nurture all life aboard. Mother Earth is about to turn her back on all these cowards, and we along with them if we don't resupply our faith with the truth. We each have that choice. Ascension will take care of this, and those of us who make it through will be surprised at how little effort it took to get there. But the rest of our brothers and sisters, those nestling into bunker sites that are popping up all over the world, waiting to return to power after 2012 delivers its mighty wallop, will have nowhere to turn except upon each other. And they will do so with a vengeance. They will curse each other. They will die trying to regain what they believe is their birthright, control of the Earth's population and her resources. We are witnessing the death throes of this belief system right now. With each bank failure, with each corporate collapse, with each Western nation's bankruptcy, the world's artificially fueled marketplace will fold in on itself. All these corporate bailouts, delivered to the architects no less of the current financial fiasco, are for naught. They are only delaying the inevitable. It's the end of the line for Western corporate greed and its philosophy of endless consumption. It is a sad state of affairs, brought on by the few while adversely affecting the majority of the Earth's inhabitants. The heady days of corporate elites being at the helm of the world's finances and resources are all but over, and those leaders will go down with their ships. It is over. Corporate collapse of the Western way of life and financial systems is inevitable, and world governments are going to topple along with their banker friends and those financial institutions that have ruled to this point. So, I ask you, ascension anyone?